What's going on, everybody? It's Talon back on another video, and of course, I have to say it again. I just want to thank everybody for joining me here today. There's obviously a ton of things you could be doing, so I'm going to do my part to make sure you get some value out of this video today, and hopefully give you some steps you can actually implement in your business moving forward. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Today, we're going to be talking about online advertising. So we're going to be talking about how we can create an online presence, send traffic to a website, and create some presence online to create your digital footprint. That way people can find you and find your service online. So let's go ahead and dive into it. First things first. When you want to create an online presence, you need to become friends with Google. Google needs to like you. They need to like and trust you. So that comes with creating a Google My Business page and make sure everything kind of aligns with your business. So can't bank houses, your website matches your business name, things of that nature. So first things first, create a Google My Business. That way we can start building some trust with Google. Obviously, get some reviews would be great. Maybe family, friends, past clients. As you can see, this is my personal website here. Like I said, I'm gonna be vulnerable today and show you some of my stuff. I'm going to show you some of my old ad campaigns. That way you can kind of see what I've done, and that way you can see what's working. That way you can see I've actually done this stuff versus just talking about it. So it's a good way to kind of show you some of the stuff that I know is working based off experience. So first things first, back into it is Google My Business. Get some reviews. As you can see here, we have 4.6 stars. I wish I was 5 stars. We have 3 reviews in there. People didn't like my offer, which is fair, I guess. They just didn't like the offer that I made. But we're working on getting those expunged so we can get back to the perfect 5 stars. So get some reviews. Set up Google My Business page and make sure kind of everything matches and everything's not all over the place. Then after we have Google My Business, Google Trust Us, we're going to go ahead and create a website. So I know a lot of people use, if you're an agent, you use your broker website, or people use these free websites that don't typically convert that well. That's why I wanted to share this platform with you today. This platform is called Carrot, as you can see. I'm also going to send you a link of Carrot, that way you can sign up should you choose to. But Carrot is a platform that creates websites specifically for real estate professionals. So you can see they work with investors. 1, they work with 2, agents. They don't work with anybody else, only people in the real estate space. So obviously, if anybody knows more about creating websites for real estate professionals, it's going to be those that only work with real estate professionals. I know for a fact that they work with some of the top agents or top investors in the market. So they can see what they're doing, and they can kind of share some of the experience with you. So Carrot builds these websites for you. It's pretty hands-off for you. They create blogs for you. They create some educational, but they offer some educational opportunities. They offer some, experience opportunities. They offer a lot outside of just a website. They'll draft some blogs up for you. So, and they're really good at SEO. So they're a good long-term play, and they're also a good website short-term play. So Carrot is something I would definitely recommend. And honestly, this is way off script, but I'm going to put something to the test here. I guarantee if I type like We Buy Houses, the sponsored website that comes up is going to be a Carrot website. So let's see if we can find it here. Not Heal Homes. I know they're a bigger company. Let's see if I go offer to sell my home Columbus. Let's see if this is a Carrot website. I think this is a Carrot website. I think this is a Carrot website. I'm confident, 98% sure it is. I know a lot of their templates, so I'm just going to double check. Now this for sure is a Carrot website. Let's see if we can scroll through. So, and I'll show you real quick before we dive into Google Ads here. I'll show you real quick. When you do Google Ads, what happens is you pop up as sponsored. So this is your Google ad. And actually, this is my ad right here that I run personally. So you can see what happens is, I just charged myself by clicking on it. But you go to a website. But basically, you pop up first on Google. So you pop up first on Google as somebody who's an expert to help out with whatever problem somebody plans to solve. So I just click on my own ad, which is they charge you for that. So, let's see. This is definitely a Carrot website, I know that for a fact. So Carrot is definitely a good website. Again, I just kind of pulled up 3 examples randomly. Obviously, I didn't plan that. These are Carrot websites, so not to rave on Carrot too much, but they are a great website if you don't have one already, or if you don't have one that converts. Because if you have a website but it does not convert, so you're sending traffic to a website that does not convert, by literal definition, every meaning of the word or of the phrase, you are wasting money. If you send a website to convert or a website that does not convert, because they're going to click on the page and they're just going to click off. So I would definitely look into getting a website such as Carrot that converts. Again, I mentioned some of the things that they offer, so I would definitely take a look if you do not have a website. Let's go ahead and dive into Google Ads. So this is one of my older Google Ads accounts. When I first started getting into Google Ads, I actually grew my business off of Google Ads. You can see I started back in 2019, started Google Ads. I think I even started before that. Maybe this isn't going all the way back, but as you can see, I ran these for a while. I did switch campaigns, so I use a different campaign now. Recently, I started picking this campaign back up because it worked really well for me back in the day. But I switched off of it as it just started to scale and I wanted to try some different things. So recently I actually came back to it. So I've been spending some money this first quarter here now, just a little money just to kind of give it some tests to see if it's still converting. And it's done pretty well. So maybe we'll dump some money into, or more money into it. But just wanted to show you and be vulnerable here with my actual account. So today we're actually going to do a very brief overview of what Google Ads is. In the next videos, we're going to start doing some step-by-step. So how to start from the beginning, how to set up your account from scratch, and then we're kind of going to go through the process of how to use Google Ads from scratch. But today we're just going to go over an overview of what everything does, and then you can tell me down below in the comments if you're interested, and I'll make some more videos of how to set it up from scratch. So let's just go over a few things that Google Ads does. So I mentioned before, when you create Google Ads, what happens is you pop up the first person on Google when somebody Googles through your keyword. So if somebody Googles top realtor near me, top investor near me, our goal is to run Google Ads where you pop up as a top expert in their local area when somebody Googles it. So Google Ads works as a PPC. So what that means is pay per click. So when somebody clicks on your ads, when you pay. So let's go ahead and go through my account a little bit here. So you can see spending up 20 grand, about was right up 20 grand. We've got about 600 conversions, just rounding everything up here, and the cost per click was about 2.8, which I believe is actually pretty good if you can get that many leads and you can't convert any of them. You're not that good at sales. So let's go ahead and see what the cost of conversion might be. I think it's around $30 if my quick math is correct, and it is exactly $30. So 60 cents. So as you can see, if you can get $30, so this is probably pretty average. What you can get leads for. You're paying, and these are all seller leads, by the way, because I'm an investor, so I was looking for sellers at the time. So this is what you can expect for seller leads. If you're an agent watching this and you're thinking about buyer leads are going to be a lot cheaper. They're going to be like $3 a lead. So this is all seller leads. If you run your ads the right way, you can get some good traffic to your website. Let's go ahead and see how I have my account set up. Again, just a brief rundown of how I have stuff set up. That way you can kind of get your juices flowing, see if you might be interested, and then we'll dive deeper in another video. So let's go ahead and scroll through some of this. Auction insights, we won't go through this stuff. We'll just see how the ads are set up today. So if we go to ad groups here, we'll see that I have, what is this, maybe 10 ad groups set up. So you can see, I don't know exactly, but so what ad groups are is there are different categories for different types of traffic. So this is like all the keywords for these are different. All these ad groups have different keywords. They have different ad campaigns set up. They have different website links, but they go to the same website. It's a good way to track where information is coming from. So you can see my keywords are going to match very close to this ad group. So with this ad group, We Buy Houses, a lot of my keywords in We Buy Houses is going to be We Buy Houses, We Buy Houses Fast, We Buy Houses Fast Cash. It's going to start with like that We Buy Houses segment. And then maybe selling a home or selling my home. Let's go with selling my home. The keywords in this ad group are going to be like selling my home fast, selling my home cash, selling my home to an investor. It's going to be things like that. So it's the same message, but it's reaching a different audience just very slightly based off of the words they type in and just off of years of research, not just for myself, but other individuals. When you separate your ad groups like such, it typically works better. Now, a lot of people do like 4 or 5. I went a little bit excessive back in the day. I was, as I was growing, but I created a bunch, and you can create as many as you want. Typically, I wouldn't even go more than like 6 or 7, even though I have more than that. Because the more you create this, the thinner you spread your money. As you can see, I spent $4,000 here, and it starts to window off because I don't, I have so many. It's hard to spend money on every single campaign. So I would not create too many because then you spread your money too thin. But I would definitely create a few. I would say at least 4, especially in the real estate space, and just kind of separating them slightly. Like I said, this has just been studied, and this is what typically works best. And then when we have an ad group, what we have in this ad group is actually ad assets. Let's go ahead and click in here. We'll go over the keywords here in a second. But what you actually have is your responsive search ads. So a little history on Google Ads. It used to be all text ads. Then it was text ads plus responsive search ads. Now today in 2023, it is just responsive search ads on Google. So basically, if I click on this, you'll see it kind of takes to my website. But basically, what this is let's go ahead and click in here to edit. Responsive search ad basically cycles through headers and descriptions to find the best combination of words and descriptions is going to convert the best. So as you can see, it's hires, cash offers, the extension links. That way I can track how many people click on this link based off of these ads. But as you can see, there is maybe 16 headers here, right? And out of all 16 of these, they're going to rotate in a rotation of words and combinations, putting them in different orders to see what ad is going to convert the best. And Google is going to do all this for you. So it's going to just play through these and see which one converts the best. And then it's going to start spending money on the ones that convert the best. So it does it all automatically. And you can see desktop view here and mobile phone view. I would definitely focus more on the mobile preview than desktop, just because mobile is typically where your traffic is going to come from. But as you can see, it cycles through headers, it cycles through descriptions, and it's going to find the best one that converts the best. So Google is going to do that for you. And I would say on different ad groups, I would definitely create at least 3, I would say. So if I scroll through here, I have 1, I have 2, I have 3. So I would create at least 3 ad assets per ad group. So I had maybe 10 ad groups, which is what I had. Like I mentioned before, that's a little excessive. But I had 10 ad groups, so I would have about 30 ad assets. So I would say about 3 is fair, because if you create too many, again, you spread your money too thin, that same message. If you don't create enough, then you're putting all your eggs in one basket, and you can't really do any A/B testing to see which one works the best. So you can see I have 2 responsive search ads to kind of A/B test each other to see which one works the best, and then I have a call ad where they can just kind of call and click and call. So I would definitely test these to see which one works the best. Again, I would say have at least 2 or 3, maybe no more than like 5 or 6, depending on how large your budget is for your ads campaign. This is kind of how I have my account set up, and this has all been A/B tested. I've done this over the years, and this is not research just based off of anecdotal myself. This is research done by the thousands I've spent in training, but also just watching individuals that I know in the space who also have their account set up like this. This is typically the best converting way to have your account set up. So, and typically and let's go ahead and get into the keywords. Typically for keywords, I would have about 25 keywords per ad set. And again, it's going to be the same message there. You don't want to have too many, because then you spread your money too thin. You don't want to have too little, because then you can't really A/B test, or in this case, multiple testing to see which one, multiple variable testing to see where you're going to convert the best. So I would say, just to run through that down really quick, as far as ad groups, I would have maybe 4 or 5 or 6. Ad assets, I would have maybe 2 or 3. Research campaigns, ad campaigns. And then keywords, I'd have about 25 keywords per ad group. So again, this is kind of the brief overview of how you can set up your Google Ads. There are some other things in here you might want to go through, such as maybe when you want to run your ads, maybe just during the week. Of course, I run mine 7 days a week, 24 hours, but you can kind of set it up based on when you want yours to run. Obviously, location is important. And some of those other things that you kind of have to play with. But basically, you run Google Ads. When they click on your ad, and they go to your website. So that's kind of the brief right now of Google Ads. If you are interested, let me know, and I'll create a start to finish on how you can set up your campaign from the start, like brand new, fresh, and how to kind of log into it and kind of set some stuff up. Make sure everything is tracked correctly, and I'll go through that with you. So let me know. For now, let's go ahead and dive into Facebook ads. So let me tell you the difference between Facebook ads and Google ads real quick. So Google ads works really well for cold traffic, people who are searching for your service directly, and they're going to search, and they're just going to click on your ad based off what Google shows them, not based off of your actual reputation. So they're going to click on Google ads, and they're going to see you. They're going to type in top realtor in my area. You're going to pop up. They're going to contact you because they assume you're an expert because you popped up on Google. Facebook ads, people aren't searching for you. They just happen to see you on their page. So this is them scrolling through. I'm confident everybody here has actually seen them themselves. When you're scrolling through Facebook and you see an ad, especially if you search like dog toys last week, you're going to see dog toy ads for the next week. That is Facebook ads. So you can run them separately. I think they work better when you run them together. So I would it's a budget thing if you can, but you can run them separately. Facebook ads, people aren't searching for you, so you get more leads, but the quality of your leads is a lot lower. Google Ads, people are searching for you, so you get less leads, but the quality of your leads are a lot higher. So there's a trade-off. But what I like to do with them is I like to run them collaboratively. So I'll run Google Ads. People visit my website. Not everybody that visits my website converts. So what I'll do is I'll retarget them to Facebook ads. So they visit my website and they didn't convert, but they'll see me again on Facebook because I'm going to retarget them. And then eventually they'll, whatever situation popped up, maybe somebody walked in the door when they were on my website and they had to click off. Maybe, son spilled something on the table. So little kid, daughter or son spilled something on the table, so they had to get up and go clean it real quick. But whatever the case may be, they clicked off my website and they didn't convert. But I want to make sure I stay in front of them. So I run a Facebook ads to retarget them. So I'm going to be on their Facebook page in their face until they click on my website and convert, and then hopefully I'll reach them that way. So personally, I believe Facebook ads are a little easier to set up. They kind of take you through the process of it because a lot of it is templated, especially when you're doing real estate. There are some limitations Facebook marketing wise through real estate, not so much through marketing retargeting, but there is predatory guidelines on Facebook when you target cold traffic through Facebook. So it's not as difficult, in my personal opinion, to set up. But let's just go through one of these ad sets real quick. Actually, let's go back to the beginning just so I can show you. So I have a few campaigns here. As you can see, this is a really old account. I still do Facebook ads on my other account. Again, I think this account got banned, which is why I clicked off of it or I stopped using it because this is before they made all the changes to Google Ads. And I was using Google Ads back in 2019 and 20 when they were a lot different. But I just wanted to show you this old account because it did work back in the day. So first I had one campaign. I had some retargeting campaigns, but let's go and click into this campaign. As you can see, I only had like one ad set, but I would create like maybe one or two ad. Actually, I would create 1 to 3 ad sets, maybe even 2 to 3. Just so you can do some testing there. Again, everything is about testing to find out what works best. And maybe one week, one ad works really well, and the other one works really well the next week. So it's definitely testing them and keeping multiple avenues open, multiple funnels open to get people to that finish line. So I only have one here, but I would definitely create a few. Maybe I only had one because I had a few campaigns going at a time, but I would definitely create more than one. And then inside of this, I would create maybe 4 or 6 ad campaigns for people to see. So this one is a video. So maybe based off what I've seen personally, and this is only anecdotally, but I think your picture is probably what sells your ad. The best pictures usually do have the most amount of conversion. So I would keep that in mind. This one's a video, and the other ones are just pictures. But if we go in here and set up, this is actually my actual ad that I was running. So I would retarget somebody, and I would say they would see my face. They would say, hey, we buy houses fast cash, any condition, any situation. So this is pretty much the ad. It's really a lot shorter than you would do Google Ads. I just set up a single video or a single image or video. Carousel videos do really well if you're selling a product. Not video, but carousel videos or images actually. They do really well if you're selling a product. Typically, I think videos or single images do well if you're selling a service, but that's just personal preference. I had it showing stories. It was showing Instagram stories. It's sponsored. It shows in multiple areas on Facebook. That way, I'm just in front of my audience a lot. And then if somebody was interested, they could click the Get Offer button. But basically, they would go to my website again. So they would revisit my website, or sometimes I had them go to a lead capture. They would just submit their information directly on Facebook, which I got a lot more leads, but the quality of leads were again a lot lower. So I switched it to my website because I just found that if people actually went to a website, they'd be more likely to convert if they were actually interested, or not if they weren't. So I wasn't wasting time calling dead leads. But I set up a Facebook pixel that way I could track people. And Facebook ads, it definitely works well as retargeting. So I'll just show you here real quick. This is kind of what they look like. I would definitely run these two together. And again, that's the brief rundown of Google Ads and Facebook Ads. Like I mentioned, if you want me to, actually I will create some startup videos on how to actually start from scratch creating this stuff. But this is a brief rundown of how I would do some online advertising. So we went over your website, we went over how to run traffic to your website, and how to retarget traffic to your website. So I think those are 3 really important things that we can take out of today. For some homework, I would definitely look into creating a Google My Business already, and then do some testing to see if your website is actually set to convert. And then if you actually have those 2 done already, let's go ahead and look into maybe start running some ads. Your digital footprint is very important in 2023. So I would definitely look into creating a digital footprint. So once again, I want to thank everybody for joining me. Hopefully you learned something today. Look out for the future for some more videos on how to actually start from scratch and start building your campaign today. My goal is to help everybody grow their business here. So again, leave some comments down below if you have any questions or any specific questions you want me to answer. But I look forward to chatting with everybody. Thank you once again.